Hi everyone. Today I will show you how to use NSYNC RFID reader and start writing tag values or read tag values under 15 minutes. And first of all, you will need NSYNC RFID USB reader, and second thing you will need is couple of DLLs that you can use to start writing application, and those DLLs are reader.dll and utility class.dll, and you can get this DLLs with any of the NSYNC application, or you can download it from NSYNC website. And these DLLs are developed using Microsoft .NET Framework 2.0, so you will need Microsoft .NET 2.0 to start writing an application. So essentially you can write application on any of the .NET framework beyond 2.0. So first of all, you are going to need Visual Studio, or in this case I'm using Visual C# Express Edition, and this is because some of you might not have Visual Studio licenses, so you can download this free development tool from Microsoft. First of all, I'm going to create a new project, and it will be Windows Form application, and I'm going to call it NSYNC RFID demo. Okay, that's NSYNC RFID demo. And first of all, let me save all, and I'm gonna save it on the desktop. That's fine. First of all, the Visual Studio by default creates the targeted framework for .NET 3.5. If you are fine with it, it's up to you, but you only require .NET Framework 2.0 to work with the at least libraries. So if you are looking for backward compatibility with your infrastructure or your Windows machines, or however your system is deployed, so you can go all the way back to .NET Framework 2.0. So I'm going to save applications, and here you might not need some of these references because these are from .NET 3.5, so I'm just gonna remove it. Need data as well, but who cares for now. So I'm just gonna build and see. Okay, link. Okay, I'm just gonna remove some of the extensions that don't end some of the, okay, I don't need this one as well. Okay, and I'm just gonna build again. Okay, so now it's successfully built. Okay, so we are fine. So let me rename the form for main.cs. Yes, that's fine. So now we have a form. Just run it to see. Okay, Windows form 1, perfect. Now let's add the references. We have to add two references. Add reference. I'm just gonna say browse. I'm gonna go on desktop and DLLs, reader DLL, add reference, utility DLL. Okay, so if you want to know more about these libraries, you can essentially double click here and it will open up the object browser, and you will see the reader library is pretty big one. It has lots of classes, but essentially we will be working with the e-reader class, and this is where you pass all your tag related operations or all the things you want to do with the reader itself. And there's another library called utility class, and this is just essentially a static class where like structure here, and you can do different operations such as converting your value to hexadecimal, or converting find the connected readers and where. But so let's get started. First of all, if you want to write something here in the main, you can do that, but I'm just gonna skip the program. Okay, so let's have the form load event. I'm going to include the reference here using NSIC here and using NSIC.reader. Okay, so these are two namespaces you want to include, and some of you might who are already using the reader DLLs, it might be something like that, using NSIC .rf 1200, but in this case the namespace has been changed for RFID devices. So when the form loads, we want to look for where the readers are connected. But before we do that, let's create the variable for our reader. So I'm just going to say private my or member object reader before I say e-reader mreader. Okay, and if you don't know what e-reader is, you can simply type nsic.reader.ereader. Okay, so this is my object, and I'm going to just leave as it is. Now let's write a small private void connect reader, small procedure to connect to readers. First of all, what you need to do is look for the readers that are connected on your virtual COM port. And how do you know that? For that, we have a utility class, and I'll show you how to use it. Let me see here. So it's a utility, and it shows up automatically because you already included NSIC as a part of a namespace. Get connected readers. You see, this is get connected readers, and if you want to get the string name, com1, com2, you can do that, but I'm just gonna leave it as it is. And here, and this is gonna be type of integer. This is integer readers, and so okay, that should be fine. Oh, sorry, this is a wrong declaration, that's why it's not going. iReaders is equal to connected readers. So now let's see if iReaders dot length greater than 0, it means we found one or more connected readers. Okay, so now we found more or one, and if you find more than one, probably you want to handle it by showing some dialogue or some kind of mechanism that you want to do something. Or so here I'm just gonna say message show we found, I'm just gonna say iReaders dot length okay, we found, okay, we're gonna say okay, we found multiple readers in short. Okay, so you want to handle that error properly in case if you find more than one, or sometimes this is what I do, simply simply connect on the first available port, like this mean. So now what you want to do is declare the instance of your mreader object that you created before. So now mreader is equal to e-reader, but we have to say it new. Okay, so we have to define new e-reader, and now we have to define assign the port number as well, and this is gonna say mreader dot open, and we can assign the port number before, or we can pass the port number. So I'm just gonna say iReaders and 0. So I'm just gonna comment this out. So now we are connected, connected with reader. So now the NSYNC reader or like this library operates in asynchronously. So when you send a command to reader, it will respond back as an event. It's not like you send and you get the response back at the same time. You send it and you receive it as an event. So you have to declare uh, an event handler that that can process your responses. So I'm just gonna say reader response and is equal to state tab new. So what happens here when the reader gets response, when the class library gets a response from reader, it's gonna invoke this function here, reader response, and it's gonna pass your response from reader to here. So now, okay, handle your response here. Okay, great, now we are connected. So let's say I'm just gonna say here, I'm just gonna write here console.writeLine we are connected on com readers 0 to string. Okay, so I'm just gonna simply like this one, or else message box dot show no readers where no readers, we can say no readers found. Okay, we are not worrying about all the dialogues. And so, and the reason why we made a method here, so you can refresh it. Let's say connect connect reader. So like you can have a refresh button on the form and you can simply click it and it's gonna refresh your, try to connect it again. That's why I made it like that. I'm just gonna open the properties of this one. Just gonna say NSYNC demo, NSYNC reader demo. Okay, that's great. And let me put a button up here. Connect. Okay, so let me just put it here. So now let's start the application. I haven't plugged my reader in yet, but let's see what comes up. Okay, no readers found. Okay, but the application still here. Okay, it still starts up. I'm just gonna say connect, but nothing happened because we didn't have a, okay, connect connect reader. Okay, so most likely what I do usually, I do not show up the form itself after the after I don't find the reader. So just gonna say did not find anything. Now I'm going to plug in the reader. Okay, I have plugged in reader. I'm just gonna say connect again. Come on. Oh, it's sorry. Okay, my mistake. Last time I printed on the console rather than showing a message box, and if it is greater than 1, okay, then only we connect, otherwise we then only we show the message. Okay, let me, rather than here, let me say message box. Sorry, message box dot show. Okay, so let me run it again. I have reader connected and it might, okay, we are connected on COM4. Okay, that's great. So I'm going to stop this video here and I will record I'll continue this one in the next session, because I don't want to get it too long and not be able to upload it on the web. Thank you.